Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and I'm so excited to announce the next Channel 5 Gaming contest, the video game contest. Now guys, this is going to be crazy compared to our regular contest. I am removing all the restrictions, no limits, and we got some wild stuff to announce in this one here today. So stay tuned and let's check it out. Alright, so for all the non-Discord members, viewers, for everyone else that loves to play Planet Coaster, you have to be a Discord member to compete in the contest. So check out the information down in the description below on how to become a member. It's pretty easy. Once you're in here, you can have access to the submission forms, the rules page, and all that stuff. So let's dive on into this, guys. Channel 5 Gaming's latest contest removes all restriction, has nearly no limits. You get to work with unlimited pieces using a park file. You can be as creative as you want. Use any combinations of coasters or track rides. However, I will only be riding one. The option to use additional coasters and rides is simply to allow and to push creativity with near misses and interactions with your main attraction. The only thing I ask of you is you make your park and rides themed to one video game. And please, no lame quotations video games converted from a movie. This isn't another movie coaster contest. We don't want Monsters Inc., the iPhone game. I will, however, allow critically acclaimed movie games such as the classic James Bond GoldenEye 007 as an example. A movie game is okay so long as it's a massive AAA Game of the Year quality, such as Chronicles of Riddick. I think that's a good example. Or was a video game first, such as World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy, we have later on seen movies for. I think it's pretty self-explanatory, guys. We're looking for an awesome, well-known game, not a movie. All video games are welcomed with the exception of what was mentioned above with the movie games, so reinvent the classics like Donkey Kong Country into a 3D experience or keep it a 24-bit and do some pixel art. We want to see creativity. That is why both coaster and track rides and go-karts are allowed here. Anything goes, guys, so feel free to make a dark ride or an exploration coaster that tells a story. Oh, if that's not enough, feel free to use anything you want from the workshop. Yes, that's right, anything. Get the community's help to make your vision come true. We believe some people are better at designing than art. So here's your chance to show us, using other people's art if you so choose. On your Steam page, please credit those who helped you. Because this contest is so complicated and off the charts crazy with no limits, guys, we will not be judging your creations. I will record your amazing creations as spotlights for the audience, and the viewers and Discord members will vote on the coolest creation for every bracket, just like the top 10 coasters of the month. Little disclaimer here, guys, your creation must meet a certain quality standard to be recorded, edited, and released on the channel, just like any coaster spotlight quality standard. This simply means that I will not feature something if I feel only a few hours have gone into it. Generally speaking, I think the quality standard is pretty easy to surpass, as I have featured plenty of amazing creations from new beginner builders on coaster spotlights on the show so far. Simply put in some time and effort and you will be fine. So here's a bunch of examples, guys, if you want to check them out. I will put links down in the description below for everyone to click these so that they can go check out these videos. Limbo from Pixelated was a great one. Portal 2, Skies of Arcadia, World of Warcraft, Firewatch are a few examples. I'm sure we've seen a lot more on my channel. Those are just ones that came to mind, and I think they're great examples of great video games and turned into coasters and rides. So for the details, guys, it's going to run from March 30th to April 29th. It gives you roughly 4 and some change weeks. Videos will be recorded, edited, and released as coaster spotlights, ride spotlights, as quickly as I am able to produce them. One thing to note here, guys, is April 29th is a Sunday. We usually end contests on a Friday so we can judge over the weekend. But because there is no judges, I'm going to end it on a Sunday, so it gives you the last weekend to work on things. And Monday, I'll just begin work editing these as spotlights. So pretty straightforward. At the end of every bracket, a voting form will be released. The winners will be announced at the end of the contest. So we'll be tallying up points for the entire duration. Since the contest is so demanding, every first, second, and third place winner for each bracket will receive a Steam game of their choice from our prize pool of over 170 games. So we should have a total of about 15 games handing out in this big contest. A note here, guys, the voting form will be found on the community tab of my YouTube channel as well as in Discord. So for all the viewers who are interested in watching this contest and participating in picking who is the winner, keep an eye on the community tab as well for the top 10 coasters of the month. So prizes, here's a look at all the prizes, guys. We have added a whole bunch of new ones. Still think we have to sort out the prices on some of them, but yeah, there's a whole lot of games in here, and we've been adding more to the list. We got a whole bunch more that need to be price checked here, but Pixelated just added in another 70 games. We got some games like Dark Souls 3 in there now, Max Payne 3, Wasteland 2 Director's Cut. Hey, can I keep that one? I better get creating. Yeah, lots of great games in here, guys. 218 games. Submission form is coming soon. I have to work out some details on that still. So contest rules, only one submission per member. Submissions must be in a park file. You must set up the pathing, your cues, your decorations, and make it presentable for a spotlight. The park must be open to the public, and guests be able to willing and ride the coasters. Coaster ride stats must be acceptable ranges. Guests will ride it. Guests should be in the queue ready to ride so the spotlight can start immediately. I want to ride your coasters with guests. Please include the engineer for repairs or name the coaster Frontier, which is a cheat, so nothing ever breaks down. Only one coaster/ride will be ridden in the spotlight. Exception, if you have a dual, triple, or quadruple synchronized coaster, I will ride them all, but less per view. So just like in my spotlights, I will kind of alternate the views for each one of the coasters, but we won't ride it, you know, day, night, cinematic point of view for all 4 coasters. That'll just take too long, but we will get to see most of it, so don't hesitate to do a quadruple coaster. The submission form will ask you to inform me which coaster to ride. If you have, you know, crazy intersecting rides and near misses, and you have other things going on just for the heck of it. Custom images, billboards, and videos are allowed. Please put everything into a Google Drive folder and call it media files, and if you do audio, separate it so you have a media files and an audio files folder. Please keep the files PG and appropriate for YouTube, guys. Custom audio is sort of allowed. And this is something I've always been pained about with YouTube, and it's just the way it is, guys, but you kind of know the drill by now. But let's go over it. There is something to note about video game music. Some of it can be generally owned and developed by the publishers themselves. The publisher usually wants you to advertise their game on YouTube without receiving copyright claims. However, some publishers like Nintendo absolutely forbid it. So this is kind of an example, guys, for like maybe Divinity Original Sin, for example. They orchestrated all their music in-house, and if you play the game and put it on YouTube, it does not get flagged because they want you to play their game. Exact same can be said about Frontier's Planet Coaster. I use all their songs in all of my videos. You're hearing it right now as I'm speaking in the background because they allow us to use their music without a copyright claim. A lot of games will do that. However, you've got games like Grand Theft Auto, for example, who buy the rights to use songs on their radios. But when you play the radio in Grand Theft Auto, your YouTube video gets flagged because that song on the radio is not owned by you. They bought the rights to allow people to use that music in the game, but not for the purpose of YouTube. So a game like Grand Theft Auto, the intro, the beginning song of the game, is probably published by Rockstar, and that song is allowed. Or maybe even another example would be Fallout 4. When you load up Fallout 4, that intro, that beginning song, is published by Bethesda, and that song would be allowed. So use with caution. I'd appreciate it if you spared me the headaches, guys. You know, just use something that comes with the game maybe, or do your homework. The music must be royalty free. If I upload it and it gets flagged, I will rip it down, strip the audio completely, and have generic Planko music and a silent ride. So if you don't do your research and you don't do it properly, the video and submission will suffer a little bit, and it'll also count as a DQ. So I just want you guys to be aware, to do your best to avoid getting flags on the channel. You could check if your music gets flagged here, and there's a link, and this isn't always accurate, guys. Just because it doesn't appear doesn't mean your audio is safe. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't catch it. What can I say? But if it pops up, you're for sure not safe. So it's a good way to for sure see if your song will get flagged and just move on to something else. If it doesn't pop up there, you might require some further investigation. Another way to check, it's pretty easy to make a YouTube channel, enable monetization, and then upload the song. Just upload it as a video. It'll be a blank black screen video, and then just wait for a flag. That's probably the best way to do it, guys. It's pretty easy to do and check for yourself, and all you got to do is enable monetization, and there you go. There is a YouTube royalty-free library with plenty of options here, so click this link and you can find tons and tons of songs, bit songs, sci-fi songs, fantasy, something that'll be very suitable to your game. So that's also a great option there, and these are, you know, they're not going to get flagged because they're part of the YouTube audio library. You can always compose your own remix, download a safe royalty-free remix, but be sure to still check it, guys. A lot of the times if you go to YouTube, you want to check the comments and see if the song says royalty-free and see what people say about it, and they say checked, it's been good, verified, and all that stuff. And then you can also just use in-game Planko song that sounds and works well for your ride. I highly recommend this because it just makes it easy to get going and all that. But for sure, guys, avoid Nintendo at all cost. I will not, yeah, if it's a Nintendo game, I won't even download your audio file. Or I'll give it a listen first, but likely, yeah, Nintendo, it's a no-go. It's just the way it is. Nintendo does not want to advertise their games. I kindly ask if you guys could please spread awareness of the community and contests by putting created for the Channel 5 Gaming video contest in the header of your upload. Here's a little example of our last contest. I really appreciate it when people do this, as, you know, people downloading stuff from the workshop see this, and they go, what is Channel 5 Gaming? Let's join this community, let's enter in this contest, and we get bigger, more exciting contests and a bigger community overall. So please do that, guys. I really appreciate it, as we want to grow this community as much as possible. Judging, it's up to the Discord and viewers to vote on every bracket. The voting form will be posted in the Discord community posts, as I mentioned earlier, as well as the Discord channel. As a voter, you will get to pick 3 picks. First place earns 3 points, second place earns 2, and third place earns 1 point. The points will be tallied up and the score will be shown publicly. Yeah, so pretty self-explanatory there, guys. It's like the top 10, but instead it's the top 3. Narrow it down a little bit. And in case of any tie, I guess we'll go to a judges panel of some sort. We'll go to the Hot Dog Squad and Missy Good Squad, and we will have a discussion. I guess that's the rare scenario. Boom. So there it is, guys. No limits, all restrictions. Do whatever you want. Use the terrain to your advantage. Use that park file to your advantage. Use the workshop to your advantage, and use whatever ride, coaster, or whatever you can think of and dream of to make your video game experience come to life. And at the end of the day, it's the viewers, the Discord members that are voting, so all you gotta do is wow us. It could be a level from a game, it could be a world setting of a game, it could be a recreation of the story set by set, or it could just be themed about stuff from the game on an awesome coaster. Do whatever you want. Think creatively. You got a whole month and a bit of change to get this thing done. And I want to know what your favorite game is, what your memorable childhood game is, the one that really sparks you and gets you interested. And I also am really excited to see what you guys can come up with that new Studios pack. I'm expecting to see some Just Causes in there, some Grand Theft Autos, some Twisted Metals, and some pretty crazy car crash scenes. But I'm also hoping to see some originality and see some people stray away from all that and come up with something really creative like we saw from Limbo. Something very unique like Portal. There's a ton of stuff, and then there's our fine exploration coasters that we saw from Skies of Arcadia, where you could just blow us away with an amazing long coaster, 10,000 meters long, beautiful scenery with all the decorations from the game. There's a lot to play around with. Firewatch was all about the triggered events and told a story through just sequences. An amazing video game storytelling coaster right there. I think these are 5 very unique and different examples, so give them a watch. Links are down in the description below, and boom, go have fun with it, guys. I'm gonna add a channel in Discord, and I want to see it blowing up with ideas. All right, everyone, that's going to do it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, please be sure to smash that like button, share it with your friends. Let's get some buzz on this. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for more daily Planet Coaster videos. And if you guys would like to support the show to keep these contests going, you can do so by becoming a patron. All right, everybody, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you all have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.